Many thanks for joining us for yet another episode of the program from the National Assembly, House of Representatives. I am Itaire Ikwen. The House Ad Hoc Committee investigating cases of alleged job racketeering in federal ministries, departments, and agencies of government, as well as mismanagement of the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System (IPPIS), has been meeting with various agencies of government to interrogate their recruitment processes. That investigation has been quite revealing, and Nigerians earnestly await its outcome and the resolution of the House on the issue. On the program today, we have put together some highlights of the public hearing of that committee for your viewing pleasure.
I came into the agency, I was given the appointment by Mr. President in 2016, and we have all the other things here. So 2016, sir, we replaced 11 staff on our list, on the staff list in 2015. Let me also say that we have submitted all our documents. The nominal role for each year are up to date. We have submitted that. Let me speak to each year. For 2016, we replaced 11 staff, and I have here with me the request for approval from federal character, the approval given by the Federal Character Commission, and all the other materials that are stated herein for 2016. For 2017, we also did a defense. Let me say that annually we do what we call, as we do budget defense, we also do what we call personnel defense with the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation. So we have the record of our personnel that was given to us by the Office of Head of Service of the Federation, 2017 authorized establishment. We have it here, which is 691, and we requested for replacement of 11 staff in 2017, which was granted. We have the certificate of compliance by federal character, the request for waiver to federal character, and the certificate. Also, we have the nominal role, and then the list of the 11 candidates that were recruited in 2017. 2018 was when we did a major recruitment in TRCN. That was the only time we did a major recruitment in TRCN, 2018. And we got the budget office approval for 122 personnel to be recruited. We have the budget approval, and then we have the waiver from the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation. We have the application for waiver for staff recruitment written to the Office of the Head of Service. We have the approval from their office. We have the certificate of compliance by the federal character, revalidation of waiver of advertisement, and then request for waiver for 2017 authorized establishment. All the details are here stated in the document for 2018. That was the only time we ever did what we could call a major recruitment in TRCN, where we recruited 122 personnel. In 2020, we have 11. 2020, we have 11 replacement that was done. 2020. The documents are also here. Yes, 2020. We have the 2020 authorized establishment from the Office of Head of Civil Service of the Federation. We have the Federal Character Commission certificate of compliance. We have the request for waiver that we wrote to them. We have the certificate of compliance that was given, which is federal character certificate. Then we have approval of waiver for that 2020. For 2021, we only did 5 replacements, and for 2021 as well, we have request for waiver for advertisement for recruitment of 5 staff in 2020. We have approval of waiver. We have a certificate of compliance, and then the list of the 5 personnel that were recruited in 2021. In 2022, we have 14 replacement that was done. We have the personnel authorized establishment for 2022 from Office of Head of Civil Service of the Federation, authorized establishment. Then we also have request for waiver for advertisement written to the federal character. We have approval of waiver, and then certificate of compliance was issued, and then the list of those personnel that were replaced with in 2022. And then we have the list of the nominal role that is also attached to it. So for each year, sir, Mr. Chairman, we have tried as much as possible to comply based on yearly basis, and this is what we have tried to submit to your office, sir.
With only reference to waiver and certificate of compliance, you may wish to further explain to this committee if you are only to seek for approval from the head of service, budget office, when you are only doing major recruitment in replacement, do you require to seek for approval from the head of service and the budget office? Because even the document you've submitted, in all your replacement, no single approval from budget office as well as head of service. Why?
We go to the office of the head of service of the Federation, I think around January or February of each year, to defend our personnel establishment. And they give us certificate every year, sir, that we can recruit. We have this also and so establishment position. So that is the understanding, sir. And for the budget office, when we are not recruiting new staff, that we go outside our budget that has been allocated for the year. That was why when we send it to them, they normally give approvals, sir.
Okay, you say you always have approvals. We have your documents here.
Sir, the reference I'm making, sir, is to the fact that they are giving us the establishment position every year.
So the thing is that we are not saying you don't have, but we are saying the committee doesn't have.
We have, okay, we will supply this, sir. We will supply.
That is it. Because we can only interact with you if you give us all the necessary documents that we require. Because the list of recruitment, but you did not provide their state of origin and local government areas. Our priority is to equally see those imbalances and address them. State clearly the state those staffs are coming from and their local government of origin.
Yes.
So what are you hiding that you did not provide that information?
Nothing, Mr. Chairman. You can be sure, sir. Sir, the person sitting in front of you will never do that in this life.
But you have done that here. You will never do that, but you have given us record without state of origin and local government of origin. So you are doing that and you are saying you will never do that. Which one should we agree with? In all your replacement and employment, did you follow the lay down procedures in the federal character?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I can say that, sir, that with regards to 2016, for example, when we have 11, we have 1 from Bayelsa, 3 from Ebonyi, 1 from Kogi, 1 from Nasarawa, 1 from Ondo, 2 from Oyo, 1 from Taraba.
Repeat again, come again.
None from Adamawa.
Thank you, sir.
No. 1 from where?
1 from Bayelsa, 3 from Ebonyi, 1 from Kogi.
Stop there. If you have 30, how many did you employ in that year?
11.
If you have 11 slots, and you have 36 states of the federation. Where is the fairness to warrant allocating 3 to one state?
Sir, we normally check our, what you call nominal rule. You will discover, sir, that some states are disadvantaged. And when we go for this defense, this federal character defense, because we also go for federal character defense, they show us, they give us a graph. They normally plot a graph of states that are disadvantaged, sir.
Good response. Thank you, thank you. Any question from?
Mine is just an observation because since you've said you are going to resubmit the complete document to us, please let it be paginated. Page your document so that we can reference and talk to it so that you can equally follow through. Thank you.
You said it's not complete. Right. I also observed that you skipped 2019. You didn't talk about that.
For 2019, I have all the documents here. The 2019 authorized establishment by the Office of Head of Civil Service of the Federation, the certificate of compliance by the Federal Character Commission, the list of those recruited in 2019, and if my chairman will even permit me, even for that 2019, sir, my chairman, if you permit me, sir, I have even the 18 people that were replaced with in 2019. I have Kogi State, Gombe, Yobe, Edo, Katsina, Bayelsa, Oyo, Osun, Lagos, Gombe, Enugu, Ekiti, Ogun, Osun, Bayelsa. I have all the lists here, sir, and the various states and the local governments, sir. I do have everything here.
In 2016 and 2017, it not made mention of advertisement. We made mention of advertisement for waiver only in 2018, 2020, 2021, and 2022. But
waiver for advertisement for each one of them.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is it the requirement of the law of the federal character to give waivers for advertisement for employment? Is it a requirement of the law? If it is, which section of the federal character gives them the permission to give waiver for the advertisement for employment?
Federal character will provide that. We should limit our question to the laws establishing the agencies before us. If I'm in the National Assembly and you are asking me about a law in the judiciary, I will not be able to say anything about that. So my colleague is highly protected, his question is in line, but I think we need to equally sort those clarifications from federal character.
I think you said you joined the organization around 2016, right? And since then you have been recruiting year in, year out. Is there any act in this Teachers Registration Council that said every year you replace or you recruit one? And then all Nigerians were all aware during the last administration there's an embargo on employment. That embargo didn't affect your organization?
I want to state that we were given a personnel food, and we, like I said, the only time we ever do major recruitment was in 2018. What we do is that when we see people that retired, dead, or something like that, and we need this staff.
Dr. Victor, approach the chair.
Sir, if you know, sir, that even the number of staff that we have to take care of the whole federation is really not, we can't go round. And so when we see a staff that retire or a staff late and things like that, we use that opportunity, sir. And I think that was what we have done. The only time we ever did major recruitment was actually in 2018, and we requested for, and they gave the vote for the personnel for 2018. So that's what we have been doing, sir.
You didn't answer that question. I said, is that in your act that immediately somebody retired or died, you make a replacement? If it is an act, let us see it. Maybe it has been initiated from here.
It's not. It's expediency. It's not in our act.
Do you have any clearance from National Assembly, because you are short of manpower, that every year if you are short of staff, you quickly applied for replacement of that? Please.
You need to obtain the approval from the approving institutions. So we'll check your record whether those approval really come from the office of the head of service or not. Ours is to investigate whether you have complied with the extant rule, and that is what we are doing, and that is why he is asking you.
Mine is just a question to the council. Please, sir, your submission to us is so scattered. And even the staff nominal role is not arranged on seniority basis, which will make this investigation very difficult for us. Yes. So I want the council to explain to the committee why you should not be sanctioned for deliberately making this work more difficult, thereby sabotaging this investigation. That is one. Second question. The council did not provide any evidence of certificate of compliance from the Federal Character Commission for recruitment and replacement exercise from 2015 till date.
Sir, even if you look at the seniority, and we put state of local government, state of origin, and everything there, sir, in the nominal role. We did. And for the certificates, we have shown it. It's there in each of the year. Certificate of waiver, certificate of compliance is there, sir. We did, sir.
Thank you, but I think your record is different from the record that is circulated to members. Unless if you have a different record in the secretariat, or you just deliberately, like he asked you the first question, sir, I'm not imposing that you done that. If we say you have the right to equally say, no, I did not. So you are doing well. We are not fighting here. We are just trying to get things done in the right way.
Considering the facts before this committee, from some of the agencies who are investigating, can you convince this committee that none of these numbers that they were recruited, 185 in 2017, in 2018, 122, can you convince this committee that nobody paid money to anybody in terms of, to enable them? And also tell us how you went about getting these candidates for employment, despite that you may have gotten the waiver from
the question is straight. Can you tell this committee whether you have been influenced or you have influenced any agency with money? We shouldn't concentrate on one. All the agencies, have you influenced any to get any of their approval? That's what he is talking about. And how do you go about such employment, recruitment processes?
Let me say this, that as an agency, we have never, or even as the chief executive, we have never given anything like bribe to anybody. Like I said, annually, TRCM make it mandatory that we go to the office of head of civil service of the federation January, February of every year to go and do personnel defense. And it's when we do that we could see that we have shortfall. Even the number they normally give us, they gave us 690 something. They could give us 600, that should be our establishment position. But if you see TRCM, we have not gone beyond 500 plus. Because we know our budget cannot carry that. If you go to the budget office, you have the limitation. So we are not engaging in that, sir. And like I can tell you, sir, daily we receive applications from all over the country. Daily. People send in application for employment all over the country. So from there, whenever we have opportunity like that, this is what we normally do to make sure that we check through.
His question, I'm interested in his question, and I will ask all agencies. All agencies must give us satisfactory response. It's about agencies, caught me anywhere. Agencies have interest in recruitment. That is why you insist that Federal Character Commission give you waiver so that you don't advertise. You do it within the structure of that agency and pick whosoever you want to pick to cover slot. Is that right? Is that true?
Let me say that interest in Nigerians, I will never, if it is interest to go and take money from people, I have interest in Nigerians that they should get job. But I will never go and influence
Thank
anybody.
you. Thank you. Next.
Thank you, sir. can you please provide this committee the long and short list of candidates that applied before new employment? You understand it? They always have the long and short list. That time we solve the problem of the question the chairman asked. That's one. Second one, letter of invitation for the recruitment monitoring exercise. You see, before you can do any recruitment, you must write a letter to the Federal Capital Commission, head of service, and your spice ministry to come and monitor your recruitment exercise. That is two. And the third one, report of the monitoring exercise of the recruitment and replacement done in those 3 times. Because before you can do any recruitment, there must be a report of those candidates that are successful in those your exercise. So those 3 things, maybe I should go through it again for you.
Thank you.
Are you okay with that?
Thank you.
These are additional information and about whether we could get the report and everything. You know, if we don't invite them first, we normally send letters to invite the federal character to join at the interactive session with those people. And when they now finish and everything is when they issue a certificate of compliance. It's when they finish that they now issue certificate of compliance. In fact, they won't give you certificate of compliance. I'm very sure the Honorable has a background in the operation of Federal Character Commission. I'm very, very sure that he has that background. And that's why, yes, some of us know him very well. He has that background. And that's why so it's when they finish and everything is done, that they will now give us, issue the certificate of compliance. That's what they do, sir.
In budget preparation, we have the human capital budget and the resources budget, which is the monetary budget and the personnel budget. Now, why didn't you provide this committee the personnel budget that you have and the relevant approved budget that you have during those periods you are making the recruitment, so that we will know if what you have recruited are based on your personnel budget? Then we'll also know if the resources are there that you are recruiting on that very period under review. Why didn't you submit the budget for those periods attached to your document, registrar, please?
With this new request, we'll make sure that we submit the budget, personnel budget for each year. We'll make it as part of the things that we are going to submit, because it was not there as part of the requirement before. But we are going to do that, sir. Mr. Chairman, I can assure you.
All agencies that appear before us must comply with the requirement as demanded from the Teachers Registration Council. So that we cannot invite this one, ask for 2 documents, and invite the other agency, ask for 10 documents. It doesn't show justice and fairness. So I want to say that Secretariat should take note that all the documents members ask Teachers Registration Council to provide, any agency appearing before us must supply us with such documents and equally paginate their report for ease of reference.
If you refer to your letter dated 24th August 2020, the Commission wrote that in view of your foregoing, you are required to furnish the Commission with your intention on the remaining 46 vacancies as observed from the new approved 2020 authorized establishment you have received. Were you able to respond to that 46 of your intentions as required by the Commission?
You know, the Commission can say, go ahead and fill those 46. You go and check your annual budget, your personnel budget. We don't have the money to recruit them, so we ignore their advice.
Okay. Are you saying the Commission was not properly informed of that particular 46 vacancies?
No. The Honorable Member, let me say that with what the establishment office has approved, they know that we have opportunity to employ those 46 with what establishment. But if you look as a chief executive, you go and look at your team, you go and balance that with your annual personnel budget. When you balance that, you will discover that you cannot carry it. Every year they give us more. The office of establishment will give us more number.
Turn off your mic. You apply for only 10, and the 10 was granted. but the commission requested that you should furnish them with your intention on the 46 available vacancies. How are you going to put it? Another thing, I can see from your submission, you recruited people or you replaced them per se during COVID-19, when not only Nigeria, the whole world, all establishments, be it private or public, reduce the number of their personnel to reduce cost on one hand and to at least prevent people from becoming infected with COVID-19 pandemic. So because of the protocol, as the protocol demands, a lot of organizations went even to the extent of reducing the job description of their staff, that you should come on Monday, you shouldn't come on a Tuesday until Wednesday, then on Friday you will come back. In other words, some level have been relieved completely to stay at home, let them not come to work. And in that period, your organization is recruiting, is replacing. Where are you taking them to work? I need explanation on this.
Understand what he's trying to draw your attention on it. This letter, you initiated it. It's a response from the federal character to you. So, where there is no issue, what brought an issue? So we need more light. They how they demand. We too are insisting. You need to furnish this committee with what happened to those number of vacancies. Thank you. Yes.
The Federal Character Office, we always, when they look at your establishment position, they will always want to say, based on your establishment position, you should go ahead to. But we will look at our budget for the year, and it's based on that we'll be able to take action. Sir, we can provide the only thing that we did for that 2020. You could see that there are 11 replacements that we did for 2020. That's what we did. We did not go beyond what we applied for. Federal Character wanted us to take the 46, that what is going to happen to the remaining 46, and we are telling them that we don't have budget for that. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
thank you very much. Investigative hearings are not concluded in one appearance.
But he didn't answer my second question.
We need one. We have asked.
Why will you recruit?
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman,
we have asked these agencies to come with well-paginated and arranged documents.
Yes, sir.
We have asked these agencies to give us documents that they have not complied with based on our request. We have asked them to give documents that are not equally included in our request. The basis of asking them this question is for us to interact with them further. I think we should take note. Let them, we have a good platform now. We are getting analysis of report before interacting with agencies. That is simplify our interactions, and except if we want him to be true, answer offhand without supplying us document, then we will go on and ask him question again and again and again. Then we tell him to take a bow and go without appearing before us here. But in view of the so many demands for documents that we require from teachers, registration council, vis-a-vis sensitive questions asked by members, recruiting during COVID-19, this and that, I think there is a need for you to be here once again, or twice again, or 3 times again.
I,
Professor Paulino Chijogokwele,
do solemnly swear, affirm that the evidence I shall give before this committee and all the documents that I will present before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you.
Barely 2 years in office, and the submission while giving recruitment in this agency between 2015 to date. What we have is in 2018, we had replacement of 67 personnel. 67. 67 is what we have. That was in 2018. That means in 2015 there was no recruitment, there was no replacement. 2016, no replacement. 2017 till 2018. And since then, and the process was duly followed, all the processes. We had personnel budget defense with the head of service. Successfully gotten that, we were given authorized establishment. Then we used that to apply to Federal Council Commission for waiver, considering the number and as well, because we already have so many applicants in the data bank. With the waiver given to us, we approached the budget office to check our financial standing. And we were cleared, and then went back to Federal Character Commission to give them both the long and the short list. Approval was given, and they were part of the screening exercise. And then we were able to get 67 based on the needs of the Commission. The Commission major responsibility is to monitor standards in our colleges of education that train teachers basically for the basic education level. So we do a lot of monitoring. So we have specialists in different areas. So that was taken into account, those that go for accreditation and other subject areas. That was how we arrived at that 67. Since then, there was nothing, but as of today, we are submitting our nominal role. The total strength of staff of the Commission is just 280, which we believe is grossly inadequate considering the coverage of our activities. Because we do not only regulate federal colleges of education, we as well regulate state and private. So we have over 233 of these colleges across the country. We really needed more, and that was why in 2021, before I came, my predecessor have already initiated a move to replace some of the staff that have retired and those that existed by virtue of death. And that process lingered up till December, and the process is still on to be completed, where we are sure of having extra 26 to add to the 280. That is the position of the National Commission for College Education. However, because the 26, like I said, the process is almost being concluded. We have also written to the Federal Character Commission based on our personnel defense for additional 45 staff. And that has just been granted to us on the 11th of April 2023. So very soon, okay, you sent 155, right? That's sorry, not misleading you. We have additional 55 we are requesting from the head of service to give us a go-ahead so that we can continue the process for this year. And all these are based on the fact that we have also lost some staff and some have retired. But in summary, between 2015 to date, only one major exercise that was carried out to replace 67 staff. There's the one ongoing, almost completed, to replace another 26. And we have also requested for additional 55. So the staff strength today is 280. And we have these numbers spread across the 6 geopolitical zones of this country. If you wouldn't mind, I will quickly say in the North Central, we have 55 staff, Northeast 61, Northwest 72, Southeast 34, South 35, Southwest 23. That is how we arrive at the 280. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Members have the summary before them. It will be ideal if I allow members to ask one question, those that have. 1-1, please.
Having made that, there are certain silent points, silent questions I really needed to let you to put straight. And one among them is, you provided records of waiver and approval for recruitment for just 2018 only. Would that be right, or is that the only year you recruited people? That's the only year you recruited?
Yeah, that's what I say. The other one is still the project is not concluded.
So from 2000...
For 20 years, from 2015 to date, only that 2018 that... Only in 2018 that a recruitment exercise in the way of replacement took place. But between that 2018 now, there is another process of replacing 26 staff, almost 90% over it. Basically, that's why we didn't put this here, because we didn't put them in a nominal role, because they have not been captured by IPPIX. But what we have now that the government is paying is this 280 that is in the nominal role. And the process that made of this one is what we also supply. That's the only document you have.
The only major, which means there is also minor somewhere.
I withdraw the language, make the only. There was no other one by way of replacement or major recruitment or whatever. That is only on the record of Pelham, yes.
This is in two folds. First, a major remark. And this goes to even the agencies that have appeared before us. I'm worried and bothered that our government in previous times are positioned as if there is an embargo on recruitment. And to the general public, it's as if nobody is recruiting. Agencies recruit by asking for waivers. Well, I believe that's the regulation. So, but generally, I have also observed in your presentation that you also made a major recruitment once and then you sought waivers. The mechanism for even recruitment when there are no advertisements is kept in secrecy. The previous presenter also alluded to the fact that they receive applications from all over the country. Is there any point in time, maybe annually, that agencies call for applications and then they sort out these applications when the need arises? You don't have a method by which you generate applications. So, but yet, replacements are done from time to time and recruitment takes place. I think is an issue for us to address.
What is the actual figure of the recruitment we made in 2018?
69.
I have, and I think other members should have the same thing. In I'm quoting from what you submitted. In 2018, 39 candidates were recruited. And this is what's in front of us. I don't know if you have a different version of the summary.
What the member is telling you, you've given us a record of 39 recruitment in 2018. But in your submission, you said 67. So how comes that you are giving us a record of 39 in your submission and you are presenting 67? Is that a pardon?
Like I said, this was carried out before I assumed office. But from the records I have, the waiver was given in 2 batches. The first batch is 39. Then, yes, in batches. The first one was is 39. Then, the other one, so if you go to the letter here, I'm saying you have to recruit 25 and 14 staff, totaling 39. Then there is another one.
You don't have it.
But if you look at, if you look at the list of staff for certification compliance, there are 39 there. 30 plus 29 plus 30 plus. Sorry, this is 30.
I thought you have a report that you are going to speak to the report in interacting with us.
Yes, I spoke with the report given. Yes.
It's a straightforward question that you give us a record of 39, whereas you are mentioning 67. You are equally complicating issues by telling us 2 certificates of waiver certificate were issued. In the same recruitment exercise, you issue a certificate of waiver for 30-something and added another 30-something to make it 69, 67. Was there any need for you to seek for 2 different waivers in the same exercise? What interest led to the request for the additional waivers that projected the list from 39 to 67?
In the document I have here, there is on 24th October, which you have, 2018, as a waiver for 39, and I believe there is another waiver for 22, based on the established, on the authorized establishment of 2018.
Based on what?
Chairman,
do you want anybody to speak for you? Go ahead, go ahead.
Can I allow the director?
Go ahead, go ahead.
You see, the waiver was given in 2 batches. The first batch was for 39, then the second one for 30, making 69, sir. We have the record here, 69. So we have the record, but if it is not...
Okay, 39 plus what?
30 plus 30.
That is 69. Yes, and in this presentation, 67. Sir, we have asked teachers, move your motion, Mike. It's not the motion that inducts you. You don't know the motion, sir. With utmost respect, Prof.
Agency, they are not yet ready for us because the document that's submitted to us, we don't have those 2 requests for waivers, and also they are contradicting themselves based on the figure. When he was making his presentation, he made mention 67. I even asked him a question. He says 67 to the hearing of everybody in this hall. So as such, I move that they should go and do the needful and maybe come back tomorrow by 11 a.m. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Members, a motion has been moved that they should go and reconcile their records and appear before us tomorrow with a clarity so that we will not be judgmental. Let us give them the opportunity to go and reconcile figure. Is there any seconder? We have said that all the conditions attached to Teachers Registration Council should equally be attributed to all agencies that appear here. So you should note that you are going to provide us with all the necessary documents as the case of Teachers Registration Council. The list, I think the Secretariat are taking note. Victor will give you clear perspective to it. On this note, those in favor that they should go and reconcile and appear here by 10 should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it.
Do solemnly and sincerely swear.
Do solemnly and sincerely swear.
Affirm that.
Affirm that.
The testimony I shall give before this committee.
The testimony I shall give before this committee.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. NAPTIN, as an agency of the Federal Ministry of Power, the Federal Ministry of Power, mandated to build human capacity, has location in all the 6 geopolitical zones. And as at 2015, our number of staff was 196. By 2016, we reduced to 185. 2017, 178, 2018, 170, 2019, 165, 2020, 161, 2021, 160, 2022, 150. So we approached the appropriate quarters, the office of the head of service, for us to replace those who have exited through resignation, through retirement, and through other means. And we were given an approval to take on board 46 as replacement. we approached the Office of the Director General of Budget of the Federation, and we first of all approached Federal Character Commission for a waiver, and we got a waiver, and then Budget Office of the Federation, where we were given approval to replace the 46 numbers. And that's what we've done in February this year. We've been able to bring in 46, and we follow all the due diligence in making the recruitment. In the last 10 years, we've had cases of people applying to work with NAPTIN. So that's why we approached the Federal Character Commission for a waiver, and we're given the waiver. So the exercise was done to the best of our knowledge in line with due diligence.
There's no any record to show when the exercise for the recruitment was...
We'll make it available, but the commissioner from...
No, that's not the issue. We don't know yet.
The commissioner attended and he appended
There's no
signature.
document for us to work with.
All right, okay, sir.
In your submission, I believe you requested for waiver from the head of service because there was an embargo on employment. Secondly, you got a waiver not advertised from the Federal Character Commission. There is no record to show that you requested for waiver not advertised. And secondly, why did you request for waiver not to advertise, even though there's no document attached? Why don't you want to advertise for the employments you wanted to do? Federal Character gave you waiver here, but there's no document to show that you requested for that waiver for not advertised from Federal Character. There's no document you have to show that.
I don't want to have been the mouthpiece of laws here. The law establishing federal character provided that you can only apply for waivers in a strict circumstance where your recruitment exercise will not exceed 100, and there is an exigencies of emergency in that institution that warrant for application of waivers. Members should take note and ask agencies to account for why you recruit 150, 300, 60, 80, above. Even in the case of below 100, in the circumstance of emergency, where if that recruitment exercise is not done, it will tamper with the day-to-day running of that institution. You must justify such reason with the federal character. So he's telling you, just like we will ask any other agency, why is it more convenient? There are better Nigerians that if you advertise these vacancies, you will get more qualified Nigerians to be able to fill those vacancies. But almost all agencies will go and apply for waiver. Would you give us reason why this committee should not even amend such laws to be able to make it compulsory for all agencies of government to advertise for employment and recruitment exercises for better and qualified Nigerians who have no godfathers to have the opportunity of getting employed? Justify your reasons as to why your agency doesn't feel that you should apply for waiver, instead of going through the normal process of advertisement and allowing agencies, people to have access to that.
I must say from my own agency's point of view that we have retinue of applications all over Nigeria. And because we're a training agency, we do go out, to pick, the best from, what we have. We have instructors who are well trained, and especially in electrical and, mechanical. So we do have, them. Some of them, we have even in our own, database. We have those who are even trained. Those, because essence of our profession is to bridge the gap between academic qualification and skills required to operate on the power network. And that's exactly, what we try, to do. So I want to say that in this particular instance, we approached the Federal Character Commission because we had 46, numbers. And the fact that we had 46, numbers, the exigency, of, that demanded, that we use the data we have within, to conduct the exercise, and exactly that's what we did. Thank you, sir.
First and foremost, you made mention that you have offices in each of the 6 geopolitical zones. I'm from the Northeast, so I don't know if you can tell us where your office is located in the Northeast geopolitical zone. I remember Gembu was mentioned one time as one of your locations, but I know it is still under construction. So I don't know where you operate that office from in the Northeast. That's one. Secondly, I looked at the employment of those 46 staff you did. None is from your estate. What was the basis, Mr. Gigi?
But the first question that has to do with the structure, we'll deal with it in-house, because that is not within the mandate of our committee to know the movement of venues and what have you. But the second one is apt. May we hear your opinion about that?
The original staff of NAPTI were ceded to us with the defunct of the monopoly, NEPA. So we had no power on that one. But subsequent attempts to redress some of these issues, we have been trying our best to do that. Yobe, I think, in this exercise, got some numbers. And we will continue to do that one, as we have them in our database. I can assure you that we're going to, because I know very well that this is not the first time this kind of question is asked by this honorable house, not this committee, and we've been trying our best to do that one, sir.
Then next agency. Next agency, do we have? Okay, Haruna Kolo. I will give him the benefit of the doubt before we finish with these two. If Kolo is not here, it means he will mean different thing to us. We will assume he was here to misguide the general public. So, but we will not jump into making those statements. Let us interact with the two witnesses. The one we have started with, you come over. Both of you should come to the front row. While we finish with the two, if Haruna Kolo is not here, we will take our decisions about him. What is your name? Be seated. And we yield the floor to you. He is appearing in respect to what we are here for, but particularly about what is happening in federal character. So we'll hear from him. Do you have any written submission that you, at the end of the day, you will adopt and present to this committee?
Yeah, I've already submitted what I wanted to submit. But though, I have an extra one.
Okay, give us again so that it will refresh our brain.
So when we were pressurizing Kolo on regards to these people, the 5 of them, so he sent these documents to Mr. Badamasi Jallo, confirming or calming him not to worry that already this document has been signed for the re-enrollment of some of us that have stopped receiving pay. So the document, I can see below it, the down signature is that of the secretary, whom, when we went to the chairman, I happened to be among the 3 that appeared before the chairman. Before the secretary could comment anything, she said that his document also was forged, but they did not get it right as hers before the secretary could say anything.
You, up till today, your salary is being paid?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but what was the relationship between you and these people that led to meeting the federal character regarding to salaries payment or not?
So, sir, after having the appointment, Mr. Kolo promised us to be posted like in 2 months' time. That will be when the other recruitees, when they are ready with the other recruitments of our batch. So
to guide us all, members, in asking you a few questions.
Because we learned that there was a recruitment, 2021 recruitment, which each of the commissioners have candidates and the directors. That was the method of selection adopted. So we, being nobody's ordinary citizens of the country, we came through this process.
You are under oath.
Yes, sir.
And you said to us now,
yes, sir,
that there was a recruitment exercise in federal character in 2021.
Yes.
Which each
of the commissioners.
You said to us, repeat that to yourself, repeat it.
All of the commissioners are having candidates. Nothing less than a candidate, and directors, some of the directors, from what I know, because I've been interacting with people in the system. So we came through Kolo through this means of paying money, and he convinced us that since we have our batch to go with, that was the reason we were convinced about him. We were convinced that we have to go along with
Okay, because the commissioners have candidates and directors have candidates.
Yes, sir.
Kolo now convince you,
yes, sir,
to pay money,
yes,
and get appointment letter.
Our appointment
Okay,
letter.
your appointment letter was given. He
Yeah.
convinced you to pay money so that your name will be matched with the one that the
The
federal...
conviction was on the basis that it helps in convincing that the recruitment is genuine due to the established knowledge we have that is an ongoing recruitment of 2021 batch. So based on that, we capitalize on that we are going to be communicated our posting together. So we're very convinced. I know one of them who is I think a secretary to Taraba Commissioner. So we know that they have not been communicated documentation, they have not been communicated.
So one of the affected was...
none of the candidates of the commissioners.
Was a secretary to the Taraba Commission.
Presently still a secretary of Brahman. So based on this...
He was part of you?
He's not part of us. That's the candidate of the commissioner, sir.
Okay, Abdurrahman, let's get this record right. You are on record.
Yes, sir.
There is something we want to establish. Abdurrahman was part of those candidates that were recruited, the present secretary to Taraba Commission.
He was part of the candidates that were issued appointment letters.
Appointment letters.
Which letter was reissued.
Was reissued.
That's 20.
He is presently working there.
He's presently working there, sir.
Okay. Abdurrahman, the secretary, wait. The secretary to Taraba Commissioner.
Yes, sir.
Was one of the candidates that benefited from recruitment and appointment reissued to him.
He doesn't benefit from it. He's one of the candidates with 2021 recruitment appointment letters.
Okay. 2021.
Yes, sir.
So it's good that you are further telling us with names.
Yeah.
Those that were beneficiaries of 2021 recruitment exercise in federal character, who are nominees of commissioners.
He's not, has not done any.
But why did you say he's a secretary to the Taraba Commissioner? Let's get that aspect clear. Okay, the money you gave was through who? To Kolo or to?
I paid via transfer through Kolo's account.
You transferred through Kolo's account?
Yes, sir.
How much did you transfer?
$1 million, sir.
1 million?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On the arrangement that, because I was told that the monthly salary is something about 140, 130. So we had we agreed on 1.5 with the driver, because
with the driver of the agreement to pay the money, was it with Kolo or the driver to Taraba Commissioner?
We bargained the price.
With who?
With the driver.
The driver.
On behalf of Kolo.
Sir, be specific. The driver to Taraba.
Taraba Commissioner.
On behalf of Kolo. What's the name of the driver?
Ishe Ugambo.
Ishe Ugambo.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you agree for 1.5, you didn't pay the money through Ishe Ugambo, you paid the money through Haruna Kolo's account. Thank you. Do you have any personal interaction regarding to giving money with the chairman federal character or any other commissioner in the federal character? You say?
I don't have any personal interaction.
Let me ask you again.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any personal transaction, either in private, cash, or transfer, with any commissioners of the commission or the chairman of the Federal Character Commission? You don't. You only have with Kolo. At any point, did Kolo tell you he is collecting the money on behalf of the commission, commissioners, or the chairman of the commission?
He didn't, sir.
Eh?
He didn't.
You are under oath.
Yes, sir.
You are under oath. At any point, has there been any time that Haruna Kolo and the driver to the commissioner told you that, give me this money, I'm taking it to the chairman of the Federal Character Commission? Is there any moment like that? Or to commissioners of the Federal Character?
He did not, sir.
Huh?
There was nothing like that.
Thank you. Members, any question?
Yes, sir.
Are you listening? Are you aware of bribery act of ICPC?
That's all.
And are you also aware that the acts you committed or giving money is actually bribe and is against, it's criminal? Are you aware?
Next question, members, please.
At what point did Kolo come in contact with you?
Because I refuse paying to Isho Gambo, knowing that he's not a staff in FCC. I have nothing to lay my hands on. So I prefer somebody from the commission so he can serve, like his job can serve as a security. That's what I want, because I was having issue with Isho that he led allegation on me that I did not trust him.
It's noted, it's noted. Yeah. Who introduced you to Kolo?
See, members.
Thank you.
Who is this witness? He's our witness. So we should treat him like us. Otherwise, if I am to come and testify before you and I'm being scared, I will not tell you what I should tell you.
Haruna Kolo is just an ordinary staff of Federal Character Commission. What did he tell you that convinced you that the money that he was asking you to pay, that it was not going to be fraudulent, that he will not disappoint you? Yeah. He must have told you something that 1 million naira is a lot of money. I'm sure maybe you must have related with somebody. What convinced you? What did he tell you that made you to be convinced before you transferred the money to him?
Method of because the method adopted in the country.
Wait. Calm down. Don't get emotional for any reason. This is what I am telling our colleagues. My brother, what we are here to establish from you is simple. One, relationship between you and commissioners and directors of the commission. Two, what you have said, how the 2021 employment came about. Two, it's very specific. We cannot interrogate him like a commissioner of the Federal Character or head of agency, for crying out sake. Two, to equally establish from you whether you are aware, because there was an argument before you came, you are invited here, whether you are aware of any monetary transfer between you, Kolo, driver to Commissioner Taraba, commissioners in the Federal Character, as well as the chairman of the Federal Character. This WINEC have said it clearly before the camera that he did not transfer money to anybody, only to Haruna Kolo, but the negotiation took place between him and the driver to Taraba. Unless if I was deaf and dumb. So why are we harassing him? Why? And he has gone further to say that he is not aware, Haruna Kolo did not tell him that he is taking that money to anybody, to any commissioner, to chairman Federal Character or anybody. It was a money between him and Haruna Kolo because he said, he insisted he will not give the money to the driver of Taraba State Commissioner of the Federal Character, only Haruna Kolo, who have the genuine expression of giving him job. And may we ask, this question we are asking, how many Nigerians that with this struggle of unemployment, we are not aiding that you will have opportunity to give 1 million to get job that you will not give to get the job.
You don't get.
Let us protect our witness.
The only document I'm supposed to submit, which I did not submit, but my colleagues have it here, is that which is from, I think, the Secretary, HR, FCC, Federal Character Commission, inviting us to come together with our credentials
and to report to the headquarters. Before now, though I've stated everything on my submission, I don't think if there's any room or there's need for me to state the process at which, because the commission did not look for us, we went to them, the ones for posting. So, not knowing that they are preparing themselves against us, it was then that the commission had to write to other institutions or whatever, because the HR confirmed to us that our appointments are genuine. They are from the chairman. You should just go, you communicate to us. So before they cleverly took our appointment letters from us. And they promised to regularize us, that we should be patient. So on those bases, we had the development of this investigation, and the chairman went on air saying she has wrote a letter to disengage us. So to me, how can I be engaged for 2 years waiting for posting? And the next thing I'll hear is a letter to disengage me. So what if I use the money for my business to get the job? Business is like reading. If you leave your book for a week, you leave it for 1 year or something. So it's not fair for us. And I did not regret the fact giving money to Kolo to get a job. Because if you investigate the method of acquiring jobs in this country, does it give room for an ordinary citizen? All of you here are holding our, in our institutions as citizens you are holding, but there are no methods, adopts for ordinary citizens to have good jobs. I'm from a family of 21. I'm the only graduate, self-sponsored. I started participating on my sponsorship right from my common entrance. So would the chairman look at us, 24 of us, just 24, 600 institutions are under her. I just asked us to go. It's not a private institution, sir. So I plead, we need our jobs. And my colleagues refuse coming because they've been intimidated. They shouldn't come, their jobs will be regularized.
Are you under salary right now?
Yes, sir. Should be last rate.
You are a good Nigerian. If you have been paid for 2 years and you approach commission to post you so that you don't want to collect money without going to job, we should protect you.
I have right over my job.
Thank you. I am very happy that, why I say don't get emotions, so that you will not implicate anybody because of emotions. The witness that we will interrogate are witnesses that money were paid to their accounts. But witnesses that are here to account on how money were paid to those in tracing some of those irregularities, we owe them the duty of care, and we'll provide that to you. So, on behalf of this committee, I want to assure you that you will not lose your job. Calm down, you have the protection of the committee, particularly that you are here to speak the truth. And tell your other colleagues that if the need arises for us to invite all the 24 of them to interact with us, they should be able to come here. If signatures are forged, appointments are given unduly, no need of retrieving the appointment letters. Give the appointment letter and probe will continue. So we know, we are beginning to understand where a lot of wrongs were committed. And by the special grace of God, we will clean the system for the Nigerian people. So be rest assured that justice will be done at the end of the day. Thank you for coming, and God bless you. But where need be for us to call you for some clarity again, don't be intimidated, don't be scared to appear before this committee. The committee belongs to the Nigerian people. You are one of the Nigerians. So we'll speak for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next witness, clerk, phoned the secretary of the Federal Character Commission to come with Taraba State driver and his commission and his secretary. We don't need to go through that lengthy process of writing acknowledgement. Call the tax officer, Federal Character. That's why we want you here. Tell Federal Character, we need the driver of Taraba Commissioner 10 o'clock here and his secretary.
Affirm that the testimony I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you.
See, let their witnesses sign our attendance with their telephone number. Clerk, Abba, our witnesses should sign their attendance with their telephone numbers.
My name is Ali Mohammed Yaro from Biu, Borno State. I graduated 11 years ago without a job. And I have a chance to become a Boko Haram, but I did not because I want to be a good citizen of Nigeria. My brothers, Nuruddin Emiaro and Abdulrazak Emiaro, paid the sum of 2 million naira to Badamasi A. Jalo's account on 2nd August 2022. Badamasi A. Jalo is working with Kolo Haruna, and the money paid into his account was for the employment with Federal Character Commission. And Kolo Haruna told me that the slot is for the chairperson. That is why I will be captured on IPPIS platform. Badamasi A. Jalo brought the appointment letter with some documents for me to fill. Then on 5th August 2022, Badamasi A. Jalo took me to Treasury House, where Kolo Haruna met us and took me inside the IPPIS office, and I was captured on IPPIS platform. Kolo Haruna and Badamasi told me that my posting letter will be ready after 2 weeks. And I got my first salary in January 2023, 5 months after the enrollment by IPPIS. After that, Badamasi A. Jalo created a WhatsApp group for us, and we came to Abuja in February 2023 to see the Director of Human Resources for the posting, because Kolo Haruna could no longer be reached on phone, that the chairperson secured a job for him at Amcon in Lagos. Photocopies of our appointment letters were collected by the Director of Human Resources for the posting once he get a clearance from the chairperson. On Thursday, 13th July 2023, we received a message from Gideon Zubairu, a staff in the Human Resources, that we shall come with our credentials for a meeting on Monday, 17th July 2023. Upon arrival on Monday, 17th July 2023, we faced a committee that investigated us and collected our original appointment letters, that we will be issued another one in a week. And the secretary told us that they do not sell appointment letters in the commission, and he promised us that they were going to conduct an investigation into the case and retrieve our money and regularize us. And we were asked to come back on Tuesday, 25th of July 2023, but the meeting could not hold because all the commissioners appeared before the ad hoc committee. So I have been seeing developments on social media, and that prompted me as a witness and a victim to come and contribute with what I know. Thank you, sir.
Tender those documents. This should encourage all Nigerians who have been shortchanged, who have been abused, insulted with their taxpayers, with taxpayers' money, to be encouraged to come forward and testify genuinely. This, you have something to say?
Yes. This is the biodata form, secrecy of vote, acceptance letter. Here, this is the statement of account that my brothers paid the money to Badamasi A. Jalo. And this is my seal.
Thank you. You wish to tender it to
I attach it with that.
Ali Mohammed Yero. You may take your seat. You may take your seat. Now, how many were you? 27. Can you reach out to the 27 of you to have a session with this committee?
Sir, we have all this in good chat. First year that appeared here, but most of us were scared because they feel it's like a confrontation to the commission because they don't want anything.
I see no reason why they should feel such because listen, what you are telling us here, the only question we will ask the commission is why did they retrieve the appointment letters? Why? They should leave you with your appointment letters. Then we find out where the appointment letters came from. It is a mandate of this committee to investigate that, and we are going to do that. In the spirit of justice, justice will be done to you at the end of the day. But we have some question to you, Adi Mohammed Yero. And I commend the two of you for your bravery to appear before this committee. In your own case, Ali Mohammed, you have sworn to a notary public of the Supreme Court. Your statement is under the oath of the Supreme Court. That is the highest level anybody can do to seek for justice. And everybody is emotional with you. Everybody here. We cannot cry like you, but our heart bleeds for you people and bleed for this country. Investigating that, but there is clarification that I want you to calm down and give us that. Calm down. We need to hear something from you in addition to this statement. You gave your money. You have stated the person that you gave the money to, isn't it? Through Yero and 500 respectively, totaling 2 million to Badamasi A. Jalo. Did Badamasi tell you he is collecting the money to give anybody?
Badamasi A. Jalo is working
money on behalf of Kolo Haruna.
Yes.
Did he tell you on behalf of Commissioner Taraba? Did he tell you on behalf of Chairman of the Federal Character? Did he tell you on behalf of any commissioner of the Federal Character?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do we need to ask this guy any further questions?
No.
Thank you.
Sir, Badamasi Jalo is one of us. We are among the 5 people that were captured.
Okay, you. Badamasi is one of the 25.
He is one of us. So we are among the first 5 that were captured. So based on this conviction,
he is collecting the money on behalf of Kolo. Okay. So Kolo have his agents too. The testimony of these 2 responsible Nigerians speak volume that this committee will mean a lot to the 10th House of Representatives and to the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we are going to do justice to Nigerians. Be rest assured that we will do everything humanly possible to protect you, to protect your job, to protect your futures. Not only you, the job and the future of the Nigerian citizen. We are going to do just that. Big sleep and snow, you don't have problem. So as long as you have reported this matter before us. You are not here to witch hunt anybody. More so, I think if they know that 2 of you should come, the commission should equally encourage you to come. Because you are speaking the truth under serious oath. Under notary, this thing of the Supreme Court. But you are here. And what you said is who you gave money to. Isn't it? So it's left for the committee to move further. You don't have problem. We will invite you. Maybe try to reach out to you and all members of that in a closed door. We will have meeting with you on Monday here. All the 27 of you, including the Jalo. Jalo should come tomorrow. Tell him he is safe. Even though money have been paid to his account, we want to see him today. Tomorrow, by 10. Okay, maybe on Monday. He is at Taraba. Reach out to him. Tell him to come. We want to save the situation. And Leas Clark, call him, even if you will interact with Jalo, whose account have also always been loaded with money, to give him transport to come from Taraba to appear before this committee. I rule that you should reach out to him in that regard. Let him come on Monday. You may wish to, we are done with you, take your leave, you are fine. While we call, is Haruna Kolo here? We ask again, is Haruna Kolo here? Okay. We owe him again the duty of care. Haruna Kolo, on the resolve of this committee, should appear tomorrow by 10 a.m. We don't need to say anything we will do, but let him be here by 10 a.m. tomorrow. That is the resolve of this committee. Haruna Kolo should come by 10 a.m. tomorrow. The driver to Taraba Commissioner, as well as the secretary to Taraba Commissioner, should all appear here by 10 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you. While Jalo should be here on Monday next week by 10 a.m. Thank you. The takeaway to us members, honorable members, as well as members that are here to be with us, we have interacted with these two individuals, and we are able to establish the fact that yes, they have given money. It means there is money exchange. But to what extent? We have equally established that money was given to Yaro Ali Mohammed, as well as who? Abubakar Kolo's account, two of them. In that stage, they have not given money to any other individuals. We have equally established that those two, Ali Mohammed as well as Haruna Kolo, according to the two witnesses of the federal character who are equally victims of employment racketeering, whose money had been collected, they say at no point did the two people that money were given to them did not say they are taking the money to any individual. We have established that clearly here. So we need to be on that page so that tomorrow if we are building, we know the extent to which we should go. So thank you very much, the two young men. Staff, I call you staff of Federal Character Commission. Nobody will take that from me. That is our stand. Are they not staff? They are. So thank you. So any other agency? Any other agency? Clerk. Any member should move for the adjournment. The members, the agencies that we summoned to appear today, and they haven't appeared, if they don't come by tomorrow, they should not, they will bear the consequences of the decisions of this committee. We may not give them opportunity to appear before us again. Rather, we will write our recommendation to the institutions and take decisions that they may not like it. Thank you. Any member should move for the adjournment of today's sitting, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
So much questions and answers about job recruitment processes in federal ministries, departments, and agencies of government. And it remains to be seen how these processes will be sanitized for the benefit of all Nigerians. That's where we leave it on the program today. We thank you so much for watching. Do join us again next week for another episode. My name is Mitaire Ikmen. See you next time.